Let me be honest, this video is going to be boring. No hacks, no secret funnels, no AI tricks, none of that. But if you actually apply what I'm about to show you, it can 10x the number of clients you get in your info business. Most people think they need better ads, better content, or a new platform. They don't. They're just missing the basics and the fundamentals. And then they pour all their money into a new strategy or ads and wonder why nothing is really working for them. There are only four things you need: a clear offer, a clear ICP, one problem you solve, and a proven clear acquisition channel. Skip any one of them and your business feels hard. Get all four right, and suddenly you have clients that come to you consistently. So, if you're tired of spinning your wheels and want something that actually works, even if it's boring, watch this till the end. So, here's the only four things you need to scale past 6 to 7 figures with info, right? So we've divided into four stuff, right? So the first is your offer, next is ICP, then having a single solution, and then having a single proven acquisition channel. So let's dive right into it. First, going over, we need to have the basics, right? Those are offer and your ICP, right? Dialing in on your ICP. So for the offer, here's what you really need, guys. So you need, to create a good offer, you need to have ICP data, right? You need to know who you're actually selling to. You need to have your ICP data. Next is competitor research, right? So you need to know what works, and you need proof of concept, right? So whatever your offer is actually has been proven by other people, or proven by other people or your competitors, so you know that it actually works. Next is a unique angle. Right now there's so much competition in the space. Everybody's hopping on info, everybody's running offers, trying to sell to everyone. So you need to differentiate yourself from others, and this creates a whole personality and identity for you, and creates a new brand for you, right? So you need to leverage something shiny and new. For example, like AI, everybody has a form of AI. So if you leverage AI and hit a unique angle using AI, you will do well. Or like a unique system that you've got, right? It make your product shiny, make your offer shiny, so people will actually, it sparks that curiosity in them, and they actually buy from you. That's literally what you need, right, with your offer. So for your ICP data, you literally need to go, the problems, goals, desires, literally everything, gender, income, the experience. We'll go over ICP in a bit, but yeah, as far as offer goes, this is what you need to do, guys. These three things are very important. So ICP data, competitor research, and then a unique angle that you can position your offer from, right? So it's very important that you have these three. Once you have this, you can create a good offer, right? So use risk reversals, guarantees, stuff like that, to make your offer even stand out more, guys. So that is it. Dial in on your offer first, and that is the first thing. Next, moving on, is having a clear ICP, ideal client profile. So an ICP, what you need to do is, to know your ICP, you need to know the problems, the goals, the solutions, and the income of the people you're selling to, right? This is your ideal client profile. This is who you're selling your product, your service, whatever you're selling. This is who you're selling to, right? So you need to know who you're selling to, right? If you don't know, you won't know, you can't leverage their pain points, you can't leverage their desires, and that makes it harder to sell your product, right? If you know, like, if you know the problem of this particular person, and you have the solution to that, you can easily sell that to them. But you have a product and you don't know the problems and the goals of what your market is, then it will be very hard for you to sell your product, right? So that is what I'm talking about. You literally need to know everything about the person you're selling to, right, guys? If you don't know your ICP, you don't have leverage, right? You can't leverage anything. You can't leverage the pain points. You can't leverage the goals to sell your service. So it makes it really, really hard to sell. Like me, for example, I've got like a whole document going over my ICP. Like I literally got everything, your niche, age range, current MRR, pain points, current acquisition channels, follower range, offer price point, goals. I literally got like a whole document, guys, going over everything about my ICP. So I know exactly who I'm talking to. I know exactly who I'm selling to, right? And that is very important. These two, your foundations and your basics, if you just lock in and dial in on these two and get these two right, you will do well, guys. This is all you need. I know it's boring, it's not shiny, it's none of that stuff, but this is what you need. You need to lock in on the simple stuff and dial in on the simple stuff to make everything work. So your offer and ICP, very very important. Make sure you get this right. You can get information about ICP by joining Facebook groups, use AI, use the internet. You can use various ways. Even ask people, cold outreach to people, cold call people. So there are various ways that you can use to get information about your ICP. When you're in the market for some time, and when you're cold outreaching people, talking to people in the market, you will eventually get to know what their problems are, right? And that's how I got to know. So it'll take time, but you slowly build that up, and make sure you build it up fast, right? Join groups, talk to people in the market, talk to other business owners who are in the same market. Stuff like that will really really help you and get feedback from everyone, guys. And the beginning feedback is very important. Make sure you get that. Now, next, moving on, is having one solution. I can't stress this enough, guys. People are starting out, or they get all these ideas, they want to offer everything to everyone, and that just doesn't work. The reason a cardiologist gets paid more than a normal doctor is because of specializing in one thing. And that applies to every industry almost, and that applies to the info industry as well, guys. When you specialize in just one thing, you get paid more because you are seen as the authority figure in that stuff, right? So if you're offering every service out there in the world, you won't make any money, and it's also harder to deliver on your promises, guys. Because imagine if you're just starting out and you're literally offering everything. You're offering ads, content, editing, all that stuff, email marketing, all that stuff to your clients. Then think about it, you're just starting out, so you're just promising them, but can you actually deliver on it? 99% of the time you can't, because it's just too much work, guys. Instead, just choose one particular service. It could be running ads, it could be building personal brands, it could be email marketing, whatever. It could be running webinar funnels, whatever, right? You guys get the idea. But just choose one and go all in on that, right? So stick with one primary service, guys. And even later down the line, once you start to make money, once you gain a lot of experience, you can slowly stack other services which complement the primary one, right? So if you're doing organic content, consulting people with organic content, you can add in maybe editing into your service, right? So that will help your clients more. But when you're first starting out, just choose one as a primary service, and that will really really help you to even deliver. You can easily deliver on your promises, and then you can also even charge more if you position it correctly. As I said, with the right offer, you can charge more, right? So this way, as I said, you build more authority and get paid more. Now, moving on, you've got all these three right. Next is a clear acquisition channel. Once you build out the foundations, you got a good offer, you know who you exactly your ICP is, you know exactly what you're selling. Now we just need to have a good proven acquisition channel. Even one acquisition channel that is proven to work is enough, guys. And I'll show you by far what I think is the best one. This is the one that we've been doing for all my clients, and all the big guys in the space literally use this one. So this is exactly what I'm going to be showing you guys. It has been working amazingly well for my clients, and I'll show you guys the entire funnel. So the thing is, first you run an Instagram ad, right? A top of funnel Instagram ad. My bad. So yeah, a top of funnel Instagram ad, which then redirects all the traffic you're getting from the ad into the organic content you're posting, and then retargeting ads, right, into these two. So I'll talk more about that, everything in depth, but just to briefly explain the funnel, you take all the traffic from the top of funnel ads into organic content and retargeting ads, right? You push that into these two. And then from there, from these two, you're getting followers and engagement, right? And those people, the people who are engaging and following you, go ahead and have a conversation with them in the DMs by offering a lead magnet, giving out value up front, whatever, conversation in the DMs. And then you qualify them in the DMs and have a conversation, find out the pain points, the goals, all that stuff, to see if they're actually the right fit to work with you, if they're actually your ICP, right? Then you qualify them, book in a call, closed. Boom, right? Simple funnel, guys. Now we'll go over, how you can, make the Instagram ad, how you can make organic content, how you can optimize your funnel, how you can, use retargeting ads and all that stuff right now. So top of funnel ads. Now the thing with this ad is you need to speak to only your ICP, right? You need to speak to the person who you're selling. You don't want it to go viral. You don't want to use trending or viral topics. No, you need to just speak to ICP. That's all you're trying to reach. You don't want to reach people above your ICP. You don't want that. You just want to reach to whoever you're selling, right? You don't want viewers. You don't want to attract viewers. You just want to attract buyers, right? That there's a difference between a viewer and a buyer. You're looking to only attract buyers. So speaking to your ICP only, that is very important. And then what you can do is you can offer freebies, right? So lead magnets, free courses, free documents, all that stuff. And then you hit pain points and position your product as a solution, right? So once you know your ICP, you can hit the pain points and then just position your product as a solution to all the problems they're facing, and then position your product as the bridge between the problems and the goals that they have, right? So that is how you position yourself, your service. And now once you do that, they see you as a figure of authority. And if you got enough proof of concept, enough content in your page, then people will trust you and actually believe in whatever you're selling, right? So add CTAs to for freebies, for lead magnets. So you can add CTAs like, go ahead and comment this word and I'll send to you, go ahead and DM this word and I'll send to you, or follow me, check out my profile, something like that. And once you do that, you get people into your profile, right? So now people check your profile. So for organic content, what you do is make sure you have your profile optimized, guys. Clear profile picture, clear bio stating exactly what you do, 3-pin post, talking to your market, highlights giving out value, right? Highlights with proof of concept. So whatever you're selling actually works, testimonials, client results, whatever you have, leverage that and post it on your highlights. Give a lot of value talking to your market. Give away value, guys. That is very, very important. And then top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel content. Now I'll post like a whole video going literally in depth about just content, right? Your content, my content strategy that we are using for my clients. I'll post that video next. That will be coming up. So make sure you guys subscribe and stay tuned. But just to give a brief idea about it, top of funnel content is just very trendy and viral topics. The main goal of getting eyeballs in, right? And middle of funnel is just talking to your market, giving out value, and bottom of funnel is testimonials, client results, and all that stuff. That is for organic content. Now retargeting ads, these could be story ads and reels ads that we're going to be targeting to a custom audience, right? So these audience are people who have come through from your top of funnel ad, so they already know who you are. So what you can do, you can hard sell on them. So in these ads, you can just offer free one-on-one call, tell them to book in a call on these ads, right? Because these people already know who you are. They've seen your face a few times. They've seen your content. So you just hard selling them at this point. So if they're ready, they're gonna buy. Then make sure you guys have a seller in, and because it will make your job a lot easier. So to DM all the people who are following and engaging with your content, have a conversation, and as I said, qualify, find out pain points, qualify, book in a call, and then boom, if they're right fit, you can easily close them, right? Because they already know everything about you, what you do, who you are, and all that stuff. So that is literally all you guys need. I know it's boring. I know it's boring to lay out your foundations and work on your foundations and all that stuff. But if you actually dial in on these 4 things, you can make 10x the amount of money that you're doing now, guys. I literally promise you that. So with that being said, if you're looking for my one-on-one help in having all these dialed in and into your business, done for you, go ahead and book a free call using the link in the description. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.